What's up, everyone? This is not my piece. This is Aiden. Aeolian improvisation. So, I did not get, who sent me an 8081 article? The Dive. Where'd you send it to? Did you send it by Gmail? I got so many emails today that I didn't see them. Send it now to my Gmail. Resend it so that I can read it. I like 8081 articles. I don't even know. I'm curious to see what it's about. Yeah, I don't see anything here, but like I said, I get hundreds and hundreds of emails a day, unfortunately, or fortunately, actually. Oh, hi, Jack. I was supposed to say hi, Jack. Beato-ites, there we go. Baking brownies missed the show. What's up, Don? I'm not gonna yell at you today, Don. I'm just kidding. So I know some of you must have watched my Red Hot Chili Peppers video today. What's up, Ray? I'm on early tonight. I got some stuff I need to do. I went to Dylan's first band concert tonight, which was really fascinating. They had 250 kids in 3 different bands playing, 3 different concert bands, and it was fun to see. I went out, and my wife and I and the girls were sitting up in the stands, and they had it in this big gymnasium. They didn't have any chairs set up when we got there, and they had to set up chairs for 250 kids. So I said to my wife, I'm going to go down there and help out. So I went down and I started taking chairs off and I looked at the seating plan for each group, and I started helping out with a bunch of people and putting the chairs down. I introduced myself to his band director, and then the kids played, and then afterward his German teacher came over and said that one of her friends is a fan of my channel and wanted to say hi, and so it was really interesting. It was cool because I don't know many of the people at Dylan's school that he's at right now, whereas before the old school, when I was on the school board, I knew everything that was going on at the school, at the old school where my daughter Lennon goes still, and where Layla will go next year. But anyway, so that was interesting. Instagram, I'm all over it. Instagram possibilities. Okay, so I had people in the comments on the Chili Peppers wanted to hear what the solo sounded like forwards. So I'm putting together what it sounds like forwards. I'm going to make another 1-minute video where I talk about that. So I'm going to start posting things, all my outtakes or things that didn't make the cut. Oh, the Fleetwood Mac video, Don. I have to put that together. That's going to take some time. And no, I don't play the Jews harp, but I could. I don't have one though. Yeah, so I'll put up that video tomorrow, but I've gotten about 3,000 new followers on my Instagram, which is really cool. And I've always been looking at Instagram. It's kind of like this channel where I didn't know what to do with it once I started it. And, I just kind of put stuff up here. I know those of you like Ray that started out early on here. But when I first started this channel, I would just post random things. Videos of my daughter, Layla, doing something, or Lennon, whatever. But then I thought, okay, I'm going to make this Rick Beato live. Then in Instagram, I've been posting stuff for, a couple years, and I managed to get up to 6,000 subscribers or followers, whatever they're called. And then when I had the idea of doing the Queens of the Stone Age, putting it over there and dividing it up, I thought, okay, I want to figure out a creative way of using Instagram. And Instagram I can use as a second arm of things, for example, that I forget to put in the video or things that I edit out for some reason. The thing that I put up there today on Instagram where I talk about Brendan O'Brien's impact in the Chili Peppers record, because I when I hear the Blood Sugar Sex Magic, it sounds like a Brendan O'Brien record because Brendan O'Brien engineered it and mixed it, and it's all him. It doesn't sound like a Rick Rubin record. I don't hear any Rick Rubin record that sounds like that. Brendan, and it may have been Rick Rubin's influence, where Rick didn't want any reverb on the vocals, but the thing about it being bone dry, Rick Rubin doesn't use reverb or anything. It's like, yeah, he does. Yes, Don, I do sleep, but not a lot. Well, how do I find the time? I'm stretched extra thin. I wish I was extra thin. Guitar John, who clicked dislike it already. It could be a bot or something, or there's just people that subscribe to my channel to just to downvote it when I put out any video. So anyways, so the Instagram now, I talked about this the other night. When I put out my first video in the series of what makes a song great, I forgot to talk about the fact that that there are chords on the bass in the chorus of the Blink-182 song. So I made a video for here where I put the bass, where I talked about a 2-minute video I put up here. So now I'm going to take all the extra stuff from my videos that I put up that I've left out, and I'm going to add those things and start putting them in my Instagrams, because I got some really, really cool, I got some cool segments that, if I feel like something's not right for the flow of the story, I leave it out. But it's perfectly, but I think it's interesting, like the Brendan O'Brien thing. To me, that wasn't right for the narrative of the story of the video, but I thought it was a very important point for people, and that's why I put together the drum track of Give It Away. Then I went into the song Animal, and I just did 4 bars. I did the song Animal by Pearl Jam, then I did a few bars of Vaseline by STP. So, the drum sounds are identical. Now, you could say Rick Rubin did not play the harp. What was his name? Peter Weiss played the harp on it, the Juice harp. So, Instagram makes a great addendum. Thank you, Ray. I called it at first something. I changed it to bonus material, or I was trying to think of something, a way to... I've been trying Harvester. I'm not going to touch that one. Moritz, is that it? I hope you're doing well. Bass player, you love seeing me play the bass. I'm a bass player, first and foremost. That's what my undergrad degree's in. I just don't play it very often. And it's the same thing. It's some days when my thumb is feeling fine, it's easy to play. Other days, like yesterday when I was playing the parts, my thumb was killing me. It's hard to play. It's hard to, you got to play with your fingers. So I try to do the things, get the sounds very close to what they are on a track. Flea uses not Spectre basses. What's he use? Modulus, I think, or something like that. Basses have really great top end and a really aggressive sound. But so I played my jazz bass for it. But I just wanted to get the point across. Just like with the organ thing, I had the organ set up for my session yesterday, so I was like, oh, let me sit down and do that quick. It is a Jews harp also, Don. It's called, if you look it up, it's got a Jews harp or a Juice harp. Same thing. It has multiple names. Mouth harp, it's called also. The talk about the thumb talk makes you nervous. Take it easy on it. No, it's fine. This thing is not a joint thing. It's a muscle thing in my thumb. It's a tightness right here. Um, have I played organ in Oregon? That's pretty good. Like that. Jaw harp is another name, Jack. That's correct. If you look it up on Wikipedia, it has all those things. John, 100 plus year old Steinway right behind you. That sounds good to me. Um, so, anyways, I have to eliminate that word from my thing. If I say anyways, that's not a word. I realize it. Somebody got me on that. No ums, no anyways, no fake words. Was it that? Was it easy to play for double bass or electric bass? Well, double bass was easier for me just because I played it forever. Um, you know, have I gotten a wiki page yet? No. Who was making me a wiki page? Ray, was it you? I can't remember. Somebody was starting a wiki page. I'm gonna try to get to 1,000,000 subs without a wiki page. Let's see here. How about the word whatnot? Should I try that? Rich, you missed the B3 sound powered by a Leslie. So I have a video coming out that I'm going to put out of the Leslie setup. I did the video with my phone because I can't take my nice camera and get. It's hard to get in and light the Leslie when it's in here recording. It's very hard to light. So I have a little video about how to mic a Leslie. I started with filling up the reservoirs with the oil that you need to have on there for the what do they call it? Hammond. It's a specific type of oil for B3s or for M3s. I have an M3. It's like a mini B3. Same amplifier. It's a killer sound. Nothing sounds like a real one. I talk about how the horn spins counterclockwise and the drum on the bottom spins clockwise, so they go against each other. I talk about how to mic it. The tone wheel. Thank you, Pat. The tone wheel needs oil. You should fill up the reservoirs once a year or so, and I hadn't done it in a long time. So that was the first part of the video, was the filling of those. What I started out about how to start it. Starting in Oregon, a Hammond organ, is like starting a car. So you press the start button down and it starts it revs like a car, like an old school car. Then you hit the run button up, and it starts as soon as you plug it in. When it's connected to the Leslie, the Leslie will start spinning. So I showed how all this stuff is put together. I think it's cool because a lot of people don't see Leslies or use them ever or mic them. And there's a few different ways to mic them as well. There's you can mic them with a stereo pair on each side of the Leslie, and then a mic to catch the bottom end at the bottom. You want to have a mic that grabs the low frequencies and things like that. And there's so I talk about all this in the video. It's a short video, but it's I might put it out tomorrow. We'll see. And digital Hammonds sound perfectly fine. I used digital Hammonds on plenty of records. You had no idea they had oil until you watched this channel. There you go. The band yesterday that I had in, since they're all road guys, they are used to moving stuff. And normally I've got to move the Leslie out, and I've got to move the Hammond out, and it's a pain. But they moved it. They moved it right back to where it was, and it was great. The penny surfs, Ray. Baby surfs. Penny surfs. Oh, I forgot to text Mike and tell him I was live. What's the weirdest instrument I've recorded? The uilleann pipes, I think, are the. I don't think that they're a weird instrument, but it's a very unusual instrument to record. Don, is classical music a good place to start in understanding high information music? I mean, it can be any type of. It can be classical music. It can be jazz. What's up, Ethan? I know Mike is really positive, right? Despite almost killing himself 2 months ago. It's unbelievable. The National are headquartered in Brooklyn. Well, that's where they started. I think that they live all over the place. I think one of them is in LA, and I think some of the guys are in Brooklyn. I'm not sure, actually. I'm going to have I ever recorded an accordion? Many, many times, Richard. I own a couple of accordions, and I've recorded them on many albums. The Hammond video pad is not up yet. Pat asked, where's the Hammond video? It's not up. I have to edit it. It's on my phone. So I'll put it out. What else was I going to tell you about? They have a studio there in have I ever recorded a steel pan? Yes, I have. But that's not that weird. Is a B3 on time keeps us slipping? I'd have to listen to it. Recordians. Welcome to heaven. Here's your harp. Welcome to heaven. Here's your accordion. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means. What album? I'm not sure what album. What instrument from the Red Hot Chili Peppers has a pretty funny sound? That's the Jew's harp. The other thing, the Hammond part on there where Brendan is playing, and he does the glisses off each time. You can't even hear the Hammond unless you mute it, then you realize it's gone. But you don't know why you realize it's gone. What album did I record Steel Pan on? Oh, I don't remember. It wasn't on anything that was on a big album. Have I ever played a transistor organ like a Vox? Yes, of course. Yeah. I'm old. Of course I have. All Italian kids have to play accordion. Exactly. Well, that's not why I played it. I played it because accordion is a great pad to add in the background of tunes. I'm surprised that I haven't come across. Hey, Brett. I'm surprised I haven't come across an accordion in what makes this song great in any of the videos. I can think of many songs that use accordion, many rock songs that use accordion. Bands like REM, for example, definitely. I'll play a song. It's one of my favorite REM songs. I haven't played REM on here ever. Matter of fact, this is one of my favorite songs of REM because it has a perfect melody. Let's see here. Automatic for the People. There we go. 25th anniversary. Wow, I'm getting old. Okay, so here we go. This is Try Not to Breathe. There's a great. I think this has an accordion in it. I'm pretty sure. But check out this tune. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's a perfect melody. Listen.
Try not to breathe, I can hold my head still with my hands at my knees. His eyes are the eyes of the old, shivering and bold. I will try not to breathe, this decision is mine. I have lived a full life, these are the eyes that I want you to remember.
love this verse.
I will try not to burn you. I can hold these inside. I will hold my breath until all these shivers subside. Just look in my eyes. I will try not to worry you. I have seen things that you will never see. Leave it to memory me. I shudder to breathe.
Okay, that verse is one of my favorite verses ever. The melody is absolutely perfect. The lyrics are incredibly good on that. This is from Automatic for the People. It's the second track on it after Drive. I'm going to play that second verse again. It's just so... let me look at the lyrics here so I don't get them wrong here. Try not to breathe. Lyrics, where are they? Okay, so he says in the second verse, I will try not to worry you. I have seen things that you will never see. Leave it to memory me. Dare me to breathe. Wait, he says, on my grave again. Yes. Okay, so here, I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it again. Listen, check it out. This is unreal. Hold on. See if I can find it here. Here we go. Wait. Chorus still.
I need something to fly over my grave again. I need something to breathe.
Okay, here we go. This verse. Listen to the melody and lyrics. Amazing.
I will try not to burn you. I can hold these inside. I will hold my breath until all these shivers subside. Just look in my eyes. I will try not to worry you. I have seen things that you will never see. Leave it to memory me. I shudder to breathe. I want you to remember.
That's just an incredible song. I love that. I love that it starts on a D sus4 chord. When did I pick up listening to words? You know, I don't talk about lyrics a lot in my videos, and I'll tell you why. Because lyrics... I don't like to interpret other people's lyrics unless I'm producing the band. And there are so many opinions on that that you just start opening it up to... I don't like to lock people in to tell them what I think a lyric is. I just think it's... I think there's so many lyrics that are just... That I have my idea of what they say. So that's why I don't talk about them that much. But when there's an amazing lyric like this, it just blows me away. Hold on. Let me see here. Of course, I pick up a guitar. Guitar is a bear to tune when it's because the G string is or the B string is runs a little bit sharp, so I always have to I always have to temper it a little bit. Give me a second. I have to bring it a little bit low, so when it frets. There we go. Yeah, so on that REM tune, it starts on D sus, right? Hold on. Sorry it took me so long to... That sus chord there. I mean, it just runs right over the chords perfectly. I like the pre-chorus in this tune. Then it's that, you know. Wait, when Rick takes Dylan's iPad away, Dylan sneaks in the studio and tunes all of my guitars to Bad Dad. I wouldn't put it past him. That's pretty funny. I like that. Anyway, so that to me is a perfect melody. I don't like, I need to change those strings on there. It takes me 5 seconds to learn a song. I hope so. My guitar collection is growing. It's actually not growing. I just moved the ones from the control room, some of them in here. Well, it makes a perfect melody. It just, that melody flows over the chord changes perfectly. All I Want to Be Is By Your Side, Richard. I love that tune. That's one of the best. Mark, Rick is blessed. That's, Beato means blessed, right? I think that's, I think you're referring to that. Maybe not. Double K said something about Need to Breathe. You want to hear some Need to Breathe? Let's see here. What do we got? Well, I'm going to play you something that I did. I'm not going to play you something that anyone else did. I got to go back a few records here. Let's see here. Let's do something that I like here from one of the old records here. Not sure. I have to
think. Take another step. Don't give up on me just yet. We could take a chance. We could find a child's romance. At least we'd love until we can. I won't run when it looks like love. I won't hide beneath the fear of how my past has come undone. And I won't run when it looks like love. say those words that I left unsaid. I've slept through the sunrise, and I turned away every time it got bright. So I won't run when it looks like love. I won't hide beneath the fear of how the past has come undone. And I won't run when it looks like love, 'cause I can't spend another night alone regretting what I've done. So I won't run. I slept through the sunrise, and I turned away every time it got bright.
So we used Need to Breathe. That was recorded right here in this room. We used accordion and Need to Breathe a bunch of times. I played it on a bunch of songs. We didn't use it on that song. I haven't listened to that song in, jeez. We recorded that in 2006, maybe 2007. 2007. And I just love that vocal performance. Just blows my mind. It's so good. You know, I do all these jazz videos, I do all these classical videos, but I've made rock records and country records and everything like that for the last 25 years. Are there any hidden instruments in the songs? Yes, of course. Do I hear bass parts there? Wait, do you have software for music percussion and melody where you hear the bass parts there or not? I'm not sure what that means, Steve. So I love this record. This is The Heat. It's the first record I worked on of theirs. So I did 3 records of them. And do I like lo-fi production? Of course, I like lo-fi production. I like a lot of different types of production. Richard, you enjoyed my video on recording Need to Breathe. No one watched that video. I really made I think, a great documentary of the reckoning. Better than the band made. And I think it has 3,000 views. I made it way at the beginning of my channel, but I told stories of the record. I played footage that, I mean, the thing sold 500,000 records. You think that more people would watch it, but I didn't post a link on it, Chris. Just look up Need to Breathe on my channel. It's on there. Somebody can post a link. Somebody can find it. Type in Need to Breathe. Rick, can a band write in several different genres and still be successful in your opinion? The Beatles did. Absolutely they can. U2 did it. They wrote in many different genres. Well, not different genres, but they wrote with very different sounds. You watch and love it. They're one of your favorite bands. Do I have any Mutt Lange tracks? Of course I do. Found it. There you go, Chris. I have footage from there from tracking live in the studio that's not anywhere. I know it's not anywhere. It's not in any of their stuff they had because I took it myself. Or my assistant, GL, Ken, took it. So, but this first record that I did of theirs, I love the songs on. Somebody asked about the vocal chain. I know that we used my Dragonfly, my blue mic for it. Zeppelin did. Thank you, Dean. Zeppelin did multiple genres. Everybody used to in the old days, though. You know, Clapton did. I see Ron just said that. But, you know, people were more accepting of that back then. Let me think here. I'm going to play one more Need to Breathe song on here. Let me think about this. Let me think. What's another one on here? What is... Or is it Return? I don't know this one here. I can't...
It's hard enough to...
No, that's not it. No, I don't like that one. Let's see here. Let me play a different one from a different record here. No, I'm not going to play anything else here. Is Smoke on the Water riff fourths? Yes. You hope that he wasn't a guitarist when you saw Mike in the cast? Have I done a side chaining video? I talked about it in the Max Martin video. I did. Let me see here. What else am I going to play on here? I'll play something else. Let me play something else here. I really want to play something, but it's gonna get my channel turned off. It's gonna get the video turned off. Should I play it anyways? What's up, Ron? Are Skynyrd blockers? I don't know. You know, I knew the Chili Peppers weren't blockers because there's plenty of covers of their songs on YouTube. This is interesting. So I read an article. One of my buddies sent me an article about YouTube that was in the Daily Beast in the last few days. It's about Logan Paul quitting YouTube, and it was fascinating. Anybody see it? Don't get it turned off on account of us. No. Blocked is what I meant. So the article talks about, I just found this interesting. It says, Logan Paul latest to leave as YouTube bails on its own creators. No, it's not one of his videos. This is an article about YouTube that was in the Daily Beast. You don't want to know who Logan Paul is. This is from a few days ago. It says, the daily grind to being a successful YouTuber this week claimed another victim. Logan Paul's decision to step back from daily vlogging, following footsteps of his older brother Jake, who shook off the requirement to upload every single day in the aftermath of the Parkland school shooting, came as a surprise to legions of fans, blah, blah, blah. Then it goes on to say, the names are household names, but not... The names are household names, but not to YouTube's most dedicated viewers. Oh, big funded projects like LeBron James, Hollywood star Will Smith, and British comedian Jack Whitehall were hawked by YouTube to its advertisers as the face of the platform, rather than the thousands of creators who toil every day to populate the platform. Worse still, these new celebrity-backed vehicles will automatically be enrolled in Google's preferred ad scheme, a program which guarantees to advertisers a mark of quality, right as many YouTubers try and fail to regain monetization on their channels, which was taken away from smaller creators earlier this year. Large creators are growing disillusioned with YouTube and winding down their efforts at the platform. Mark Donner, who was one of the generation of Vine stars to migrate over to YouTube alongside Paul and his younger brother Jake, announced in early March he was ending his vlog after 389 videos. Now, mind you, I've made 500 videos. So the importance of vlogging wasn't about reality. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So they talk about this, and it says, and then in 2016, Casey Neistat himself, who subsequently has picked up the habit of daily vlogging again, ended a series of daily vlogs that began in March 2015. Taking all these recent developments together, it's easy to see why YouTube's biggest names are dedicating less time and effort on a platform that appears to be trying to squeeze them out of the equation. So they go on to talk about, it says, used to be that creators could survive on the algorithm's whims by uploading at least one video a week. When this guy Gleeland, I don't know who he is, last looked at how the algorithm operated, he found the minimum requirement now is more like 3 videos a week. At the same time, the length of each video needs to succeed. The length each video needs to succeed has increased from around 3 or 4 minutes to a sweet spot more like 10 or 12 minutes. There's a number of reasons for this. And it talks about it's becoming more competitive, all this stuff. Okay, so I want to talk about this, so don't ask me any other questions here. I want to only fielding questions about this right here. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Money kills everything. Supply and demand. YouTube was built by people with a webcam, not celebrities. They don't understand their own platform. They don't understand it, but they'll figure it out. Just started a YouTube channel. Was wondering why I was seeing Will Smith acting like he vlogs. Casey Neistat's good. He's back to daily vlogging. 1 video a week over 10 minutes was the rule of thumb. Westward Rebels, I'm not answering that. I'm answering things about Skinner tracks. I have Skinner tracks. I did answer it. So, here's I don't talk about YouTube that often. I don't talk about this, even though I'm on YouTube all the time. When I started on YouTube, I listened to Rhett. You guys all know Rhett, or a lot of you do. My intern of 6 years or so. Rhett told me make short videos, upload regularly at the same time, a couple times a week. Consistency. Okay, so what did I do? I made videos every day, incredibly long videos. Every day. I made about 20, I would do 28 videos a month, typically, something like that. The first year I did it, I made 340 videos out of 365 days. How many of you remember when some days I would upload 2 videos? I would literally, some days I would forget that I uploaded one in the morning and I'd upload one at night. And Rhett, or somebody would say, I can't believe you uploaded 2 videos. I said, well, I did the first one in the morning, so I figured I'd let the second one at 10 o'clock at night. So I never post at the same time. You guys realize that. You never know when I'm going to post a video, right? I don't care when I post a video, as soon as it's done, I post it. Number 1. Number 2, I don't care about making long videos. Sometimes you need a long time to explain things. When you do complicated subjects, complex subjects, you need time to explain them. So I see the rise of, I was talking about Jordan Peterson the other day, and looking at his videos, he's got videos that are, and I'm not saying anything when I talk about Jordan Peterson. I'm not giving you any of my political beliefs or anything. I believe he's an intelligent guy I've been watching his videos for the past week. But that doesn't say anything about me as a person. I study people. And he has videos that are 2.5 hours long. And I mean, I'm on here. I get on this channel, I go for 2 hours. I've had plenty of times where I've gone for 2 hours. And so Jordan Peterson's his videos were never, they're really high information videos on a multitude of subjects. And he goes on as long as he needs to. He has a great demeanor. I agree, Ron, and he can be incredibly indignant, which that's my thing. I say if I'm pissed, I'm pissed, and people know it and people accept it, and people don't go saying, oh, this guy's a jerk, and then sign off or do something. People just expect it like it's like I'm their dad. So, anyways, sounding off with Jordan Peterson. Yes, I will get Jordan on eventually. So, wait, what did Chris say here? Chris Alexander, Rick only burns the candle at both ends. He throws it in the fire. It is obvious music is your passion. So my wife took a look at this article. I sent it to her, and she doesn't, she doesn't get the, she knows how much time I spend on this, but to her, the idea of me getting burned out or something, or not having any ideas to put out there is, it never occurs to me to be burned out or to run out of ideas to talk about. What's up, Nare? So that's, but I will say though that I study people. I study people's videos. When people tell me, Aaron told me about Jordan Peterson, Rhett told me about Casey Neistat, most of the people that I watch on YouTube, I find from other people. Occasionally, I find people. I find people that are. I've started watching Nari's videos when she had 900 subscribers, and I thought, oh, she's unbelievable. Her videos. Everybody has to subscribe to her. Anybody that doesn't know Nari Soul that's on here right now, anybody on this chat that doesn't know her work, you need to subscribe to her channel because it's unbelievable. I mean, it's really amazing. Genius. So I am a studier. I am absolutely fascinated with things that things don't have to be successful. Things that are done well is things that are done exceptionally well are things that I'm interested in. How do you spell Nare's name? Nahre Soul, Sol. Her videos are amazing. You're wearing your Rick shirt today? There you go. Yes! I got my 2 new coffee mugs today. So anybody that doesn't subscribe to Nari, you ought to have a bunch of new subscribers today. Why do I think what is? Rick, you're a professional student. Yes, I am a professional student. Your training helps your focus on other subjects. I agree with that. What's up, Tom? Have I been watching Jordan's full courses? No, I've just been going. I listened to a Sam Harris podcast today, the second one that they did, which was, I didn't watch the first one that Sam said was a disaster. And I don't listen to Alex Jones. That's performance art to me. He doesn't believe any of that stuff. I don't watch people that I don't watch performance art. The first one shows where Peterson is weak. Shows you where Peterson is weak. Interesting. The second one was absolutely fascinating. And I haven't even gotten through the whole thing yet. I got to go back and rewatch the beginning of it because I was doing other stuff when I was listening to it, so it didn't get my full attention. But I really need to dig into some of this and understand it. I'm fascinated to see people that have really high information videos like that on philosophy, on sociology, on all different subjects, and have a successful channel. Because to me, that to me is the bar of what YouTube should be. So I think that I'm encouraged by seeing things like that. I think that I have not seen hyper normalization. I'd be a great animator. Animators observe everything. There you go, Tom. So if anybody has any suggestions for YouTube channels for me to check out, let me know. But Alex Jones equals 432. I like that, Ryan. Let's see. Today I watched your video, Best Regress, during lunch. One of my favorites. Send them to me. Send them to me in. Just email me or put them in. I like Smarter Every Day. That's one that I watched a long time ago. Is Joe Bonamassa going to buy Gibson? That's hilarious. It doesn't have to be a music YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, I don't watch music YouTube channels. Except for Nari's. And I don't really do gear things, so that's not interesting to me. It's not that gear is not interesting to me. I love gear. I'm obsessed with gear, but I have so much gear and I use it all the time. There's not, most people, pedal demos are particularly boring to me. I don't like pedal demos, things like that. Vsauce I love. That was one of the first shows that I watched was Vsauce. And those are shows that Dylan and my girls love. They are, he's hilarious on top of having his subjects incredibly well researched, and his presentation is great. The only thing that's weird to me about Vsauce is that he has his mic. He could record his sound better. I don't get it. Brett, you don't want to give more time to YouTube beyond us three. Pedal demos suck. Do I listen to any podcasts? Well, I mean, honestly, some of the things that a lot of the podcasts that I was listening to the podcast today I'll listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I listen to Joe Rogan. I listen to people that are successful because I'm fascinated to see why they're successful. It's really interesting to me. I watched Billy Corgan on Joe Rogan. I watched James Hetfield on Joe Rogan. I watch a lot of some of the people he has on where he talks about. I was watching stuff on intermittent fasting. That's how I got onto Joe Rogan. And I said, oh, this is Joe Rogan that everybody's talking about, because everybody's like, oh, you should watch Joe Rogan. I knew who Joe Rogan was anyways, but I'd never seen his podcast. So Sam Harris, I've listened to his podcast before. I listened to a bunch of podcasts. You guys know that I have a podcast, right? How many people here know that I have a podcast? Anybody? Does anyone know that I have a podcast? No. As a matter of fact, I have a podcast with probably 60 episodes on it. It's not really a podcast. It's my videos just with the audio. But it's especially for ones where people don't have time to watch the long ones and they just want to. Double K, you saw I put up a lot of shows this morning. That's right. So I have a podcast. I probably have 60 episodes on it. Where is it? It's on you. You can find it on iTunes. Yeah. I know you've mentioned it before. I never think of it. That's cheating? Well, that's okay. No, honestly, people asked me when I first started doing this to put my long videos on a podcast because a lot of people are in their car and they don't want to watch YouTube. It sucks up a lot of minutes and they want to listen to it faster, for example. So don't forget my forum. I know this is the thing where Tom, where it's I don't have enough hours in the day. That is the problem, right? Do I think Metallica was right about Napster? No. I watched it, but going back to the Joe Rogan, Billy Corgan interview, Joe, it's interesting because Joe doesn't know that much about music, and he was talking to him. He brought up the same example of I want to say a Courtney Love article that she probably didn't even write. He brought it up with James Hetfield and Billy Corgan about how you make money in the music business. So Joe knows about weed and MMA. That's right, exactly. If you want to know about that. You capture the audio from ear training videos, listen to those in your car. There you go, exactly. They touch more about wrestling with Corgan, I know. Which is fine. It's cool. It's Corgan. Yeah, it's not Corrigan. How about a Ted Green, George Van Epps interview, Ron? Neither are living. You mean video about them? That one is good to hear. So it's up now. Yay. Ron, you want to watch me go through the Beato book? I don't have enough time. Double K, Rick, trivia question regarding Pink Floyd Zeppelin. Name the person who is part of a song title of one of these bands and also sang on a song for the other band. You know what? If I had more than 3 hours of sleep last night, I could think. Ron, it's 461 pages, but who's counting? Roy Harper, there you go. Okay, so that's it. Listen, I have to go right now because I have to sleep because I'm actually tired. I know that I actually don't. I know that I don't appear tired, but I'm actually tired today. Have I done an evolution of jazz guitar? No, but I should do an evolution of jazz guitar. Charlie Christian to Kurt Rosenwinkel. Brett, send me an email. Tell me what you think the order should be. Django and Charlie Christian, then what? Where do you go from that? Who are you going to have in it? Barney Kessel, Herb Ellis, Joe Pass, Wes Montgomery, Kenny Burrell, Pat Martino, John Schofield, Jimmy Rainey, Kurt Rosenwinkel, Pat Metheny, John Abercrombie. It's been an incredibly long video to go through this. Incredibly long video. But maybe I can do a thing where I play something, where I play a passage from each of them. Where do I get my energy? All of them. Do I even lift? What do you mean lift? You mean like bench press? Van Epps, Ted Green, Jimmy Smith or Jimmy Howard Roberts, Johnny Smith, Tal Farlow. There's billions and billions of videos. I used to go see Carl Sagan. Do I train in the gym and run? No, but I'm not eating after 6 o'clock at night. And I do have a gym here. George Benson, my blood is espresso. I like that, Martin. East meets West. When does my isolating plugin come out? Soon. Okay, I'm out of here. You guys are awesome. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow for sure.